Lions TV pre-match prediction for the game taking place on Saturday at home to Coventry City. As a standard, it's been quite Jekyll and Hyde, hasn't it, at the beginning of the season, getting a convincing good 2-0 win against Stoke City, going to Cambridge and having an absolute shocker, and then going to Sheffield United and not really doing too much better. Granted, we had a few injuries, and obviously Honeyman was out as well. Just goes to show how integral some of our main players are and how important they are to the squad, because would the result have been different if we had Honeyman in the team? Maybe, but you know, you got to look at one of the goals was a defensive mistake, and I can't even remember the other goal, but you know, you got to sometimes just go, look, we've had 2 games of the season, we've won one, we've lost one. Probably would have taken that at the beginning of the season, but there is something that I have spotted, and I don't know whether it's, you know, taking their toll in games, etc., is that right at this moment in time, Scott Malone just seems to be getting worse and worse, and you know, I feel for him. I don't think that he doesn't try, but I think that he's been given a bit of a free roll on that left, and I think he's abused it, to be honest, and he's now become a more attack-minded player than what he has defensive, and his defending isn't that great anymore. So it would be really interesting to see if we can start pushing on people like Bezart Topolodge, who I have seen and looks very, very good. And you know, to me, he's a bit like Danny Mack, but on the left. And if Danny Mack can play on the right, then why can't Bezart Topolodge? If anything, just to push Scotty Malone on, or have him as a permanent fixture. The other people that, or the other players that I'm gonna dig out here a little bit, and you know, I could get criticised for this, but I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't think Jake Cooper's had a great last season. I don't think he's had a great start to this season either. I get the chills with him when he's on the ball. It scares the life out of me. He's another Jordan Archer at the moment for me. Obviously Jake Cooper isn't a goalkeeper, just so in case people decide to tell me that I don't know what I'm talking about. He just doesn't look that assured on the ball. His defending is a bit woeful. He's quite slow, and he's quite stiff as well. Like, I don't know whether people have noticed this, but I would probably go with I'd probably even give Muller a chance. Give Muller a chance, Cresswell, Hutchinson, stick Bezart Topolodge onto the left, Danny McNamara on the right. I'd put Billy Mitchell in the middle with Ryan Leonard, Honeyman in a 10, and then I'd go with Afobe, and I would go with Isaac Alafi to start off with. Just before I've done this message, we've got the German in, the Volkshammer, whatever his name is. We're gonna have to put that down to a nickname. I'm quite confident we're probably going to see him on Saturday, actually, only on the basis that we're short up front, and we need goals, so he's going to probably have to be chucked in at the deep end, and I wish him every success at our football club. I'm going to go with a very, very convincing 3-0 win on Saturday. I think we are going to turn things around. We've got Honeyman back, Leonard's back. I think, like I say, people like Jake Cooper needs to have a rest, or I don't know what he needs to do, but he needs to come out of the team for a little while, in my opinion. He scares the life out of me. And I think that they will have to have a kick up the arse coming back home after 2 bad losses, really. And I'm going to go with Afobe to get one, because again, for me, Afobe hasn't been at the races either. I know we seem to pick on players, and listen, I'm the first to give people like Billy Mitchell grief, and I think he's been superb the last few games. But Afobe, who is our striker, doesn't seem to be that bothered. Granted, I know he hasn't had a lot of help, but I still don't. He doesn't look electrifying to me. So anyway, I'm going to go with Afobe to score one. I'm going to go with Hutchinson to score, coming back into the side. And I am going to go with the Volkshammer to open his debut with an absolute rocket. Come on, you Lions.